Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shaquem Wynn, and welcome to another Soulful Animator podcast. I am the Soulful Animator, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Although I will be making an animation podcast about me doing my film following this one. This particular entry is about me doing the poster art for my animated film, Duncan Skids. For anyone new to this podcast, anyone who hasn't seen it before, which is basically a lot of you, Duncan Skids is an animated film that I've been working on now for the past 2 or 3 years. Would have been done faster than that, but delays happen, so whatever. But Duncan Skids is about a character named Duncan, ex-heroin addict / drug dealer trying to reform in order to be a better father for his daughter. So as a result, he's doing what he has to do to leave the hellish urban area to which he lives in, called Goddamn City, because when you see it all, you can say it's goddamn. And basically that film is about him doing the right thing by his daughter and for himself in order for he and his daughter to get free of that neighborhood. So now that that's out of the way, let's get started. I'm working on the poster. This is the poster of Duncan Skids. I'm far from finished. I still have a lot of stuff that I have to do in order to make this thing fly right. The character Duncan Skids on your left side, that's who he is. This dark, shadowy figure is a metaphor for his addictions to heroin. And I call it Dragon. Dragon is his addiction that he has to fight. So, one of the things that I always loved was the Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk TV show of 1978. For anyone who remembers that show, there's an intro that's in that show where by the end of that intro, they do a slash identity thing where they split Bill Bixby image along with Bill Bixby played Bruce Banner, or in that show David Banner, and what they do is they split the image between him and Lou Ferrigno, who played the Incredible Hulk. This is before CGI, kids, so they actually had a real actor playing a live actor playing the Incredible Hulk, and his name was Lou Ferrigno. He's a former Mr. Olympia bodybuilder. So they had him playing the Hulk, and what I loved about that was how they split that image in two, and which followed by David Banner is believed to be dead, and he must let the world think that he is dead until he can find a way to control the raging spirit that dwells within him. And the Hulk is that raging spirit. So I thought that was cool, and I wanted to pay homage to that, and also I thought it would be a cool image for the poster. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get to the art, and followed by that, for anyone who's seen this podcast, you know that when I begin to do my podcast, I play the Duncan Skids theme song that will be in the film. This theme song was written and performed and composed by my cousin Jamel. So with that out of the way, let's get to it.
Yeah, goddamn, come on. Yeah. I'm trying to get these little demons on me, off me. Hopefully one day we all see. It feels like the end is closely approaching, but while I'm still breathing, I'ma do the damn thing. Man, what happened to my city? Man, what happened to my city? Brown hair, things ain't looking pretty. That's why I'm trying to move, and I take the fan with me. It started all over, time to start a new beginning. But I got the dragon here, trying to drag along, and everything else trying to tag along. I get visions in my head, then the next are gone. When I'm just trying to be like the rest of y'all, but I'm just Duncan. Yeah, I swear I'm just Duncan. Yeah, I swear I'm just Duncan. And you know me, they call me Duncan Skids, y'all, S-K-I-D. Yeah.
that song is hot to death, man. I love that theme song, man. I'm gonna play it one more time, bro, because that just gets me in the mood. It gets me pumped.
Yeah.
Goddamn city, come on.
Yeah. I'm trying to get these little demons on me. Off me, hopefully one day we all see. It feels like the end is closely approaching, but while I'm still breathing, I'ma do the damn thing. Man, what happened to my city? Man, what happened to my city? Brown hair, things ain't looking pretty. That's why I'm trying to move and I take the fan with me. It started all over, time to start a new beginning. But I got the dragon here, trying to drag along, and everything else trying to tag along. I get visions in my head, then the next is gone. When I'm just trying to be like the rest of y'all, but I'm just Dunkin. Yeah. I swear I'm just Dunkin. Yeah, I swear I'm just Dunkin. And you know me, they call me Duncan Skids, y'all. S-K-I-D. Yeah.
This right here is another soundtrack. It's a part of the soundtrack for the film. As again, composed by my cousin Jamel. All this music that you hear right now is in the film Duncan Skids. Now basically when I like to create layers like everybody else. This initial color here, this is what the characters look like in the color, but I gotta, brighten it up, add some contrast, add some tones, all of that stuff, add some glows to it. So I'm far from finished with it, but it's getting done. It's looking pretty good. I like the way it's coming out. Still got a lot of work though. And what I'm using right now for it is oil acrylics, oil paint. Yeah, let's get it. You don't call me the soulful animator for nothing, baby. Clean up all that black right there. Now when I color, I like to color as if I was doing it in a coloring book. So I won't use the fill-in tool a lot. I'll use it when I initially start, but I like to color like the old school way, man, like a color in a coloring book. That's how I like to do it. I'm trying to get this film done as quickly as possible. I got a lot of footage already. It's just about me filling in the in-betweens and putting in the colors. I'm hoping it'll be done soon. Just working really hard at it. Also, we're going to be doing a web comic book series on Duncan Skids. I used to do one before, but that's when I first started. My art skills have progressed since then, and I want to do Duncan Skids right. So when I first did it, I wasn't that good. I'm still progressing now, but I'm way better than I was when I first started. So I'm going to be doing a web comic on that as well. I'm also got other web comic I got coming out. Don't want to give you guys the title to that yet, or tell you what it is until it's a for sure thing. But in about another 2 months or so, because basically I'm just developing the story and getting the characters down, I'm going to be doing a podcast on me producing that web comic book as well. And for anyone who wants to know what program I'm using, I'm using one of my favorite programs, which is Clip Paint Studio. The X edition, baby. This is the real deal, bro. You can do everything on this. You can do animation, you can do illustration, you can do manga. This bad boy's got everything, man. It's Photoshop times 10. Yeah. Listen to another track, kid. Track. Trying to produce at least 3 promotional art posters for Dunkin. One of my favorite podcasts and the people that I like to follow is the creators of Lazadaisy, this animated film and this webcomic. That's on, I think it's on Webtoons, I'm not sure. But I know that the creators of that is creating an animated film. And I love how they're trying to promote their stuff. They're creating podcasts. They're doing promotional fan art. I mean, they got a huge following. I don't have that. I'm hoping to build as I get better at this. But I still got a long way to go. But as the old saying goes, it ain't the destination, it's the journey. Let's just have fun with this. That's what I'm about. Having some fun. Doing what I love to do. Regardless of the outcome. I got one more track on here that's from the film. Let me see if I can bring that up as well. Nah, that's it. I love the fact that my cousin created a hip hop flavor to Dunkin, because I consider Duncan Skids to be a freaking cool ass character, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's kind of selfish and some of the stuff that he does is kind of crazy, in his heart he's a cool character. He had to be able to survive that urban hell, bro. You can't be weak around the ankles in order to survive goddamn city. It just ain't gonna happen. You gotta be up on your game, son. That's what Duncan Skids is. He's up on his game. He's up on his guy. Alright. Let's buck this down to 2. Now, when I animate Duncan Skids, I'm animating him using the program TV Paint. I love that program, man. As I said in my last podcast, I'm trying to get Toon Boom Harmony. I used to have a subscription for it, but screw that, man. I want the perpetual license, bro. I'm trying to start I'm starting a company. I ain't even trying. I'm starting a company. My wife and I, we do films and stuff as well. And I need all of these licenses, man, so I'm gonna work my ass off to get them. I have TV Paint. TV Paint is a very good program. To me, that's second to Toon Boom Harmony. If you don't have Toon Boom Harmony, the next thing you should get is TV Paint. Is it expensive? Yeah, it is, man. It's about $1,500. And how do you get that program? You get it imported from France. You know what I'm saying? You gotta order it through there. It's $1,500. But man, is it a dope program. You can do everything on that. It's equivalent. It's like a studio in a box. You know, in a studio in one program, you can do everything. You can do multi-plane camera techniques. You can do VFX, FX stuff, special effects. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, special effects. You can do voiceovers. You can add soundtrack. I mean, it's dope. You can add shadows. It's a fly program. Filling tool, but for some reason it's filling up everything, and I ain't got time for that BS. Let's get this. I plan to do with Duncan Skids after I'm finished with, creating this film? Well, I'm gonna put it out in a whole bunch of film festivals. That's my reward for creating it. I don't know what's gonna come of it, but I think it's a good character. I think it's a pretty good, decent story. And my goal is basically, when it is done, to basically advertise it in film festivals, both online and in person. So that's what I'm planning on doing with that. All right, so that's basically the whole Duncan Skids soundtrack, the theme song, and all of that stuff. So you got a taste of what that story is, what it's about. It has a hip hop flavor to it. Now, to continue that, I'm gonna play some beats. Continue that flavor, to continue that inspiration. Rod. Yeah, because like I said before, Duncan Skids, it's a dangerous world he lives in. So you gotta get inspired by things that reflect that danger. Whether it be music, other imagery, anything that's gonna keep this thing pushing. Duncan Skids is a hood rat. Literally. Well, I would call him the hood mouse cat. That's what he is. He's a result of genetic inbreeding. Not genetic breeding, but Mixing of the species. His father was a cat, his mom's was a mouse. Yeah, I know. That can't exist, but you know what? Fuck that. In my world, it exists. I can do anything I want. I created this damn thing. And as a result of that mixed breeding, Duncan Skids came about. Deal with it.
I signed up to be a dasher, and I absolutely love it. The sign up process is super easy, and there's
They don't call me the soulful animator for nothing, bro. I don't call myself the soulful animator for nothing. God damn. This song is pumping. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to get. I got 2 more posters I gotta make after this because I really want to showcase the other characters in this universe. His daughter Kim, his boss and comrade at arms, my man Siamese Jimbo. I gotta put him in there. It's a whole list of characters. This is a big world, man. It's a world of drugs, sex, violence. Well, a hooker could shoot you dead if you scoping her too hard. You know what I'm saying? In other words, this shit ain't for kids at all. I love the art form of animation, and I believe that you can do a lot with it. Animation is not just for kids, despite what some people think. Animation is for everyone. Believe it. It's a canvas to which you can put anything you want into it. You can do it. You can use it as to create fantasy. You can use it to create the true grit of life. And I got a lot of ideas, man, so I'm gonna try to get them all done. Oh shit! Woo! Man, that shit is pumping. One of my favorite films is Into the Spiderverse, man. One of my favorite animated films. They used hip-hop music so effectively with the imagery, man. It's unbelievable. I almost said the other thing, but I gotta be professional on here, so every once in a while it might slip. It's not my fault. I am dealing with a hood mouse cat after all. Ooh, I love that hook. Anybody want to get into this, man? Do it. I highly recommend it. You can do anything you want. You can create any kind of story. You can use any kind of design. Hell, I know somebody who made animation using stick figures. Made a story where the characters were stick figures. Pretty amazing. Oh, I love this right here, man. This has got a horror vibe to it, man. Like a haunted house vibe to it. Love it. Woo! Bring it! I guess the reason why Duncan Skids animation is taking so long, I mean, when you're an independent, man, you basically working to get the money. This I'm not doing it through Kickstarter. I'm not doing it through any kind of fundraising. I'm doing it on my own accord. You know what I'm saying? And I was also, had to overcome a great amount of adversity to be able to sit here and do this. And I'm very thankful. And I'm very thankful to be here. Very thankful to be alive and doing my thing, because so many people that I know is no longer here. But here I am, sitting here doing what I love to do, and that is a fantastic thing. I'm grateful. Like I said before, it ain't about the destination, it's about the journey. You know what I'm digging at? You know what else I'm digging these days too? And I have to kind of go there and say that is the use of hip hop in a lot of animation now. Whether not just hip hop, but R&B and pop, hell, even country music, man. In the last 10 years, man, people really been bringing the heat on animated films in terms of soundtrack and music. Like I said, Into the Spider-Verse is probably the most successful, but there's been a lot of other good ones too. Zootopia, I love that Shakira song that was the main title soundtrack for Zootopia. Storks is another good one. Cars, the Rascal Flatts song. That was great. But there's this other film that's coming out that's from the producers of Into the Spider-Verse. It's called Master. And man, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but check out that freaking trailer. It is off the chain. The use of music, the visuals. I mean, yeah, it's kind of biting off a little bit of the Into the Spider-Verse imagery, but man, it looks cool. I think they took the urban setting a step further with Master, and it also reminds me when I look at it. I don't know for you youngins who's ever watching this, if you're very young, if you get a chance, check out this film called The Last Dragon, bro. The Last Dragon was off the chain, man. It was produced by Barry Gordy, who I believe Barry Gordy was the founder of Motown Music, from Motown Records. You get a chance, check that out. The Last Dragon. You can see the influences in the upcoming film Master. It's not out yet, but it will be. They got the trailer online. If you get a chance, check it out. It's dope. And also, listen, if you like this video, subscribe to it. You know, I need some subscriptions, I need some likes. Guys digging it? Subscribe, let me know what you like about it. Or let me know how I can make it better. Appreciate it. Step it up. Step it up. Using a Wacom tablet to illustrate and to animate. It's one of my favorite instruments. My wife bought this for me. Yes, I am married. Been married with my wife now for 17 years. Been together 27. Probably the best gift she ever bought me. Had it now since 2016. Yeah, had it since 2016. And it's still, this thing is off the chain. Still works really good. Watch your daggone mouth. Woo! Once again, I said, shut your damn mouth, says the Soulful Animator. I'm putting this gray on this as this layer of gray paint on it because I really want the darkness of Dragon to pop. So when I put that black back on, you're gonna see what I mean. It's gonna really come out cool. For those who've never seen this before, like I said, my inspirations for Duncan Skids is basically Ralph Bakshi's Fritz the Cat. To me, that movie set a precedence. I know a lot of people think, it's pornographic and all that stuff, but to me, it's a take on social commentary about what the hell was going on at that time during the high political period of the early 1970s. Coming out of tumultuous late 60s into the early 70s. If you guys are looking for other podcasts that's like this, probably better than mine, well, definitely better than mine, check out Katie's Sketch, Lazadaisy Animation Streaming Podcast, There's a host of others, man. Check those out. Very good. What's in My Head podcast, where the host talks with people from the industry, like Cartoon Network and stuff. I know today the host is going to be speaking to, the host of that podcast is going to be speaking to Craig McCracken, the guy who created Kid Cosmic and the Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Imaginary Friends and all that stuff. So it's a real interesting interview. You might want to look at that. If you want to check out the preview, just go to What's in My Head podcast on YouTube. You check it out there or on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. I'm plugging their stuff because I'm fans. I'm a big fan. Or another good one, Terry Mation. That's another great podcast. Want to check that one out too. He speaks with people from the animation industry. And the reason why I really like him is he not only gets great interviews, but he's also an animator himself. He's a stop motion animator. So if you guys are interested in learning more about this art form and learning about the industry, check those podcasts out. There's also another great one called Creative Block. That's another good one that I listen to a lot. I'm a big fan of animation in all its subject matter and art forms. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just a big fan of it. The only time I am critical of animation is when people try to do reboots and they don't respect the stuff that came before. And as I progress with this podcast, I'm going to get into that a lot more. Some of the things that I'm not digging, that are reboots, man, I can't even begin to go into it, man. Oh, hell, I'll go into it anyway. Masters of the Universe Revelations. I hate that show. I cannot stand it. They ruined the Masters of the Universe because they didn't respect what came before. Another one, Jellystone. I can't stand that one either. Sucks. Those characters looked like that, had the personalities that they had for a reason, and it worked. And it was no reason for people to change it. And I hate it when they do it. They took a cool character like Shazam in Jellystone. It was a cool character. For anyone who's interested in, who's seen Jellystone and wants to know what the original Shazam looked like and what that dude was about, check out the original Shazam from 1967. And you can see it's a far cry from what you see in Jellystone. In Jellystone, he looks like a walking, talking dildo. That's what he looks like. And I hate it. Just disrespectful, man. They took Tila and they turned her into a man in Masters of the Universe Revelations. They turned her into a freaking dude, man. A selfish character. But you know what, though? That part I kind of dig. I like the fact that she's not some goody two-shoes. I don't know if that was on purpose, but Tila is a very selfish character in this one. And I think that was kind of interesting because you know what? No character, even the heroes, have flaws, and you have to showcase those. Oh, they turned Adam into a chick. Adam looks like a girl. Master of the Universe. They turned him into a female. He's see I almost used the pronoun her, right? You see how I use that. You know, keep the if you're gonna do those, if you're gonna reboot those characters, you can update it a little bit, but make sure you keep keep to the core and the spirit of what that stuff is. Don't try to change it too much, man. And don't think you could do a better job than what the creators did 30 some odd years ago. Give me a break. Those characters worked back then for good reason, and they still work today. If you really want to see a really good version of Masters of the Universe that treats the original with respect and dignity, check out the 2002's version, the Mike Young's version of Masters of the Universe. This is a great show. They kept to the core and the spirit of what that what that toy line and what that line and what that property was, which was awesome, which was an awesome mythological adventure. It's basically Conan the Barbarian in space. Designs are not that bad. I mean, it looks, if you watch Family Guy, that's what Jellystone looks like. You know what I'm saying? It looks like that. Those designs work for stuff like Family Guy because it's original. So when you first see it, that's what stands out to you. But those character designs do not fit in a Hanna-Barbera property. If you look at any characters from Hanna-Barbera from the 1950s, I wouldn't even really say the 1950s. To me, when they started really tweaking the designs, which was the late 50s, early 60s, or mid to late 60s, those characters were elegant looking. They had an elegant design to them, and they were appealing, and that's what made them stand out. And for these new creators to come in and throw that away, I just think it's disrespectful. And for anybody saying, "Oh, it's a kids show," Hanna-Barbera stuff was for everybody. Look at the Flintstones. The Flintstones was a prime time show when it first aired. Top Cat was a prime time show when it first aired. So don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I hate it when people do that. You don't like it, you know what you could do. Hate that shit, man. It's a kid's show. No, it wasn't. It's for everybody. Oh, no, that's too long. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this because I can tone it out later. I know the history, so nobody can tell me nothing. It's for kids. Suck my dick. Cat a Pac-Man mouth, which I think Shazam just loves, cause anyway, I ain't gonna go into it, but that is that's not. They think because the brother wears some sandals or whatever that he's automatically homosexual. Come on, man. That's not what that character is. If you want to put those kinds of themes into a show, create your own show. But don't use the stuff that came before as a vessel for all this new stuff that's going on out here. Come on. And the first thing I hear is, when you tell people that, the first thing that come out their damn mouth is, well, and maybe if people watched it, then maybe we would create more content. Don't give me that bullshit either, man. When Hanna-Barbera first came up with those characters, first created those characters and stuff like that, those characters didn't come into the public consciousness the way they are now instantaneously. It took a minute. Those characters had to marinate for a little while. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you gotta do. And that's the problem, man. People are so afraid to fail that they don't even want to try. Stop the bullshit, man. Nothing is guaranteed in this world. And I'm so sick of that. Take a chance. You got Hollywood's got so much talent at its disposal. They just waste it, man. Just waste it with some of the fluff that be coming out of its studios. Come on. I sit here slaving for hours creating something that I have no idea if it's gonna work or not. But I do it because this is what I love to do, man. I'm taking a shot. I have a story to tell. And I know a lot of these creators, the reason why those reboots sometimes coming out the way, because they don't respect a lot of that old material, man. That wasn't what they grew up with. For some of them it was, but a lot of them it wasn't. So you'll get a lot of the horse shit that comes out of that. But there was some good reboots. So I'm not gonna take that away from some of the studios, man. They did come out with some good stuff too, man. Thundercats was a good reboot. The one that came out in 2011, 2012. That was a good reboot. The Masters of the Universe, the Mike Young production, that was a great reboot. To me, it was better than the original one. That really delved into the mythology about what Masters of the Universe was and all that stuff. So I really enjoy that one, man. I highly recommend that one. If anyone was disappointed with Masters of the Universe Revelations, check that one out. That was actually a very good one. But my point being, man, create something new and don't be afraid to let those characters marinate. Stop striving for instantaneous success. This is an industry that requires for things to marinate for a little while sometimes. Everybody wants that gold cup, that gold medal. Nobody is patient anymore to let things just sit there and wait. That's my rant on that. Shoot, I could give you a host of things that's become either cult hits or massive fan favorites now. Things like Galaxy Quest. When that Galaxy Quest first came out, man, it wasn't no huge hit. It was like a moderate success, man. But over time, the public caught wind of it and adopted it as a fan favorite property. You know what I'm saying? So, Galaxy Quest was hell Hellboy, man. Hellboy was a moderate success. It wasn't a huge thing. Hell, none of the Blade movies was like super successful, huge blockbusters like on Avengers level. They were hits, but they wasn't like finally remembered the way they are now, man, or finally adopted into the pop culture zeitgeist the way they are now. No way. You look at Blade now, I mean, people credit Blade with marking the way for Black Panther, which it did. Hell, Blade was responsible for the whole MCU coming into being. And I don't think a lot of people give it enough credit, but it did. A lot of people credit X-Men as being the one. Nah, it was Blade first. Without Blade, there would be no X-Men. Just saying. That music is tight. But I am digging a lot of the new stuff that is out. Even though this property has been around for probably about 30 years by now, Castlevania, the animated series for that property, it is fantastic. The animation style done by Powerhouse, one of my favorite animation companies. I mean, it was the same. They did this. The same company that worked on works on Masters of the Universe Revelations, and the work that was done on Masters of the Universe Revelations in terms of the way it looks and all of that stuff, the colors, the animation style, the character designs. Wow, primo. It's the story that's lackluster to me, but I'm not taking away the work that was put in it. But there is a lot of new stuff now that I'm really digging, and I think that's another thing too. I think you got people that's always looking at the nostalgia. They just want to keep creating the same stuff over and over because that's what they're used to and that's what worked. I don't always think that's a good idea. I mean, nostalgia is cool to a point. But, you got Stranger Things, even though it's it has a nostalgia factor to it. It's still a new property. Even though it takes place in the 80s and all of that stuff, the late 70s and early to mid 80s, it's still a new idea. You know what I'm saying? It's still a new property. Even though it pays homages like to the Goonies and John Carpenter films and all that stuff, it's still a new property. And I think a lot of times people forget that. But there are some new things coming out of woodworks, and I think with this with the new streaming platforms, you're gonna see a lot of new things that you would not have seen before had theaters been the main way we consume media, because that's no longer the case now. Streaming is the new way, and I don't think we're ever going back to that. I think theaters will always be here, but for now on, streaming takes front and center. And I think the new shows that are coming on those platforms, because first of all, it's going to be cheaper to spend. The budgets are going to be cheaper, so you can do more creative things. You can create different and more interesting projects due to the fact that you don't have these huge, monstrous budgets, these bloated budgets for Avengers and Spider-Man and all of that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love huge blockbusters. Big fan of it. But I think those big bloated blockbusters takes the spotlight away from smaller films. And I think with streaming now, these smaller projects are gonna get their chance to shine. And I hope that's the case. Ooh, I was tongue-tied when I said that. They're gonna get their time to shine. Like everybody's thirsting over Dune right now. I'm not gonna lie. I myself included. My father was a big fan of that film. Rest in peace, Pop. Father was a big fan of the original 1984 David Lynch's version of Dune, and so was I. So when I found out that they was doing a new version of it, I was excited for it. But at the same time, how many versions of the same idea you're gonna create? Come on. Those properties, they had their day. They'll still be around, but don't keep messing with it. Create something new. When you do that, you get things like Avatar: The Last Airbender. You get Dragon Prince. You get A Quiet Place. You know what I'm saying? Those are the new myths of the 21st century. I'm just saying. What I'm digging now, that what Marvel is doing, what I'm digging up with what they're doing is that they're starting to create more they're starting to take more obscure properties and turning them into films, like the Eternals. Like, I can't believe Shang-Chi. I can't believe they've taken properties like that and turned them into films. These were characters that I grew up with, and they sometimes came front and center when I was tired of reading Spider-Man for like the umpteenth time. And to see Shang-Chi, even though I don't like the fact that they kind of punk him in his own movie, man. I ain't really digging that too much, but he gets beat up too much, man. But I love the character, man. I grew up reading Shang-Chi. He was Marvel's version of Bruce Lee, one of the baddest fighters in the MCU in the Marvel Universe, period. And now they brought him into the MCU. And you can't get more obscure than the Jack Kirby's The Eternals. I believe The Eternals first came out in 1970. Created by the King of Comics, Jack Kirby. Jack King Kirby. About this race of cosmic beings that's been charged with protecting humanity from these other creatures known as the Deviants.
I'm Saweetie, and this is my McDonald's order. I get a Big Mac, Chicken McNuggets, fries, and a Sprite with sweet and sour and barbecue sauce. The Saweetie meal. Order ahead on the McDonald's app.
With YouTube TV, the TV you love is always on. We're talking 85 plus top channels with unlimited DVR included. Now with new features.
Play Duncan Skids. Again, I'm playing the Titan song, baby.
I'm trying to get these little demons on me, off me. Hopefully, one day we all see. It feels like the end is closely approaching. But while I'm still breathing, I'ma do the damn thing. Man, what happened to my city? Man, what happened to my city? Brown hair, things ain't looking pretty. That's why I'm trying to move, and I take the fan with me. It started all over time, I started moving again. But I got the dragon here, trying to drag along. And everything else trying to tag along. I get visions in my head, then the next to dawn. When I'm just trying to be like the rest of y'all, but I'm just Dunkin'. Yeah, I swear I'm just Dunkin'. Yeah, I swear I'm
Looks legit. Yeah, it's looking good, man.
I am just so in love with how everything fits. Literally hug your body, fit like a glove.
Yeah, I like them instrumentals, man. I'm going back to that. relaxing. Oh, you know what else was a movie that didn't do well when it first came out? Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption didn't do that well at all. But since then, it's become a modern classic. Like I said before, you gotta let stuff marinate. Don't be afraid to fail. Learn from your failures. Like I said before, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Get there when you get there. Enjoy the ride before the